Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Hey, check this out. Our Israeli Huntsman spider has moved her egg sac. Now it's just sitting right there in the open on top of her cave. So I turned the light on to film this, and you can see she came out of her cave and said, "Hey, what the heck's going on?" Yeah, look at this really creepy spider. And she's getting big too. I find this very peculiar that she will just take this egg sac and put it right out in the open, especially since we now have some crickets in there for her to feed on. If crickets get hold of that egg sac, well, it's all over for the spider babies. And ever since she laid the egg sac, she spent a lot of time in that cave. Remember, I bought the cave, she didn't spend any time in it at all, and then she made her egg sac outside the cave, made a little nest there. It's just really weird. Remember, these are trapdoor spiders. They live on the border of Israel and Jordan in the Arava Valley. They are a desert huntsman. And in this particular location, they're not just a desert huntsman. They live on the edge of a salt marsh. So they would have whatever opportunities you would have with the marsh and the reeds and the cattails or whatever in marshes over there, the marsh grass, as well as the sand. Now it looks like she is bored with what we're doing here, and she went back into her cave. Now I don't know how long it takes for these spider babies to hatch. Remember, with black widow spiders, they start hatching in somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks. Now that's hatching from the eggs. That's not hatching out of the egg sac. And give it another half a week to a week to get out of the egg sac. Remember, we had videos where we opened up the egg sacs and it was just blah, baby spider just boiling out of it. Just blah. Yeah, it was really it's just thinking about it. So she's back out of the cave, and I don't know what she's messing with there. Is that a dead cricket carcass or something? Yeah. Well, now she's just being really still. Yeah, just really creepy spider. So back to what I was saying. These things could hatch at any time, and I've been thinking, man, I've got to do some double containment on these things. Well, I mean, they're not going to hatch this quickly. I don't see, less than a week after them being laid, them hatching. But, I mean, stranger things have happened, right? We can't risk them getting out. Oh, look at that spider. Well, she looks like she's been eating because she's getting some size back, some girth to that abdomen, to her belly. So she's getting some size back. You see how big she is. She's taking up the whole screen there. So yeah, the egg sac's approximately the size of her abdomen as her lower part of her body. Not the spider butt. Anyway, so it's approximately the same size. And you can see it's got substrate on it. So she's been rolling it around in the dirt there, which is a form of camouflage, maybe. It makes it stronger, or maybe she just doesn't know what the heck she's doing. I've also not seen her really moving the egg sac around. Like I said, this is the first time I've really seen it outside of where she's had it, between the tank wall and her cave structure here. And I guess I need to start thinking about what to do with this, before, not just before it hatches, but before she takes it, moves it somewhere else. This would be the perfect location for me to try to snag it from, but really it's so early, I don't want to mess with it yet. I haven't really decided if I'm going to take this habitat and put it within secondary containment and let the spider babies hatch, in their, finger quoting, natural environment here, or if I'm going to put them in another little container and hatch them out. I don't know yet. And remember, we don't even know for sure if this is a viable egg sac. It just might be one of them things that's an unfertilized egg sac. It happens. I don't know why. Look at that face on that spider. Could you deny this face? Yeah, this face. Yeah, this face. Well, I tell you, it looks like a Cylon, with that red thing going back and forth. If you know what I'm talking about, good. If you don't, well, you're missing out. So she's creeping around. She hasn't gone back to the egg sac yet. Looks like she's heading there, maybe. And by the way, look at all those spider poops there. Yeah. Hey, you know what that white stuff in spider poop is? It's poop. Yeah, you like that. So anyways, we are monitoring the situation here, making sure that the eggs do not hatch and us not knowing it, making sure the spider herself does not escape, making sure the spider is well fed so she will live on after this egg sac, and making sure we are having this at the proper temperatures. Like I said, we've been running these tanks a little bit warmer than we have in the past, and maybe that is what has triggered this whole let's lay an egg sac game. Really creepy spider. Yeah, it's got some cool markings. I don't want it running around the house. So the other day, I woke up a couple hours before my alarm, and that's really good. You wake up a couple hours before the alarm, I get to sleep for 2 more hours. When you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to work a day shift, which sucks, an extra couple hours of sleep, that's yeehaw! So this was a day off. I didn't have to get up at 3, and we're only talking like 6 a.m. I woke up. I was going to sleep until 8:30. And then, I get up to use the restroom, and I come back. So I go to lay down, and out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw, something touching, the wall by the bed, by the edge of a pillow. Anyways, I flick the lights on. It's a big old daddy long-legged spider. No, I'm telling you, it's a daddy long-legged spider. Woo! That's an urban legend about them having a horrible venom but can't puncture your skin. That just isn't real. The point is, they're a big, creepy spider. Not as creepy as the giant house spider, clearly. And the cellar spiders, we call them daddy longlegs. Some people call harvestmen out in the grass outside daddy longlegs. Hey, get over it. The point is, it was right there at the bed, almost touching one of the pillows. So I got a jar really quick and I captured it. And we can show a video of that later. But the point is, I didn't go to bed. I said, well, I'm awake now. The heart was... So I stayed up, had some coffee, and then went into my office and did some work. So yeah, had that creepy thing going on. So I certainly don't want this big old creepy spider running around here. And I hate the giant house spiders because they are, what are they? Super creepy. So we don't need spider babies running around the house either. What do you think? Start picking names for spider babies? Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Meister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.